Okay, I'm back. I'm going to start with a few obvious parts of the website that you're going to have to modify to make it your own. We're going to go to the pages, which is basically the pages of the website. The structure of the pages folder is actually the way the navigation on the website works. You'll see blog and store. If I go to my website and type in /blog, it's going to take me to that section of the website. If I do /store, it's going to take me to that section of the website. And basically what I'm trying to explain is the structure of the pages folder matters, because that's how the navigation of your website works. So we're going to go to the index page, and we're going to which is the home page, and we're going to go modify this part at the top to say whatever. You'll see it says, "Hey there," funny little wave emoji. I'm Manuel, and then all of this stuff. So make it whatever you want. I'm just gonna say Jello, me Ben, me do code, and then I'm just gonna do lorem 25 to just add 25 words of lorem ipsum placeholder because I can't bother typing stuff out. So now it says Jello, me Ben, me do code, lorem ipsum blah. I'm going to get rid of these buttons because I don't really want them on my website. The get this template button just takes you to the GitHub or the Astro website, and the Let's Connect button just sends you to his Twitter. You can keep them. That's my other project, sorry. I'm doing 7 things at once. You can keep it if you want and just change the link here. But I'm just going to get rid of this entire section. Now, you'll see that the anchor tags are surrounded by a div, and if you're confused as to like what parts are nested in what, it's really useful to just go over here to the left and click the little drop down arrow, and then that will collapse everything inside. So I'm going to collapse everything inside this div, select the corresponding end tag, which is denoted by a left bracket / and div, and you should see it's gone now. Very good. So next step, I'm gonna get rid of the store section on this website because I don't have anything to sell. What we'll do is we could get rid of all of the components and stuff that relate to the store section of the website, but what I'm just gonna do for speed's sake is I'm gonna go to the source components folder and go to the sidebar and just remove the link on the sidebar to store, and then save it, and then you should see that the store's no longer on the left. You would still be able to go to the store by doing /store. Unless someone knows the structure of your website, they're not going to know to do that. So just removing it from this side is good enough for me. This isn't advice. Don't, if you are actually making like a production level website, maybe like, if you're getting paid to make a website, don't do what I just done. But this is your personal site, so who cares? It's just a little playground of fun shit and fuck ups. So next is we're gonna mess about with the icons and links in this sidebar section because I don't want an RSS feed, and I don't have a donation page, but I have a GitHub, I have a Twitter, I have a LinkedIn, and I'll just show you how to add any other useful links that you might want and icons. So I'm gonna go to here. The list that you saw on this, it goes from left to right, and inside the document itself, it goes in that order as well. So left to right, top to bottom. So that little coffee icon is the first one here in these A tags. So I'm just going to collapse the A tags, select them all, delete it, and then I'm going to save and then check the website, double check to see if I've screwed up or not, and it's gone. Very good. And because it goes from left to right and in the file. It goes from top to bottom. I know that the RSS icon is the last one, so I'm going to go down here, and just like that, it's at the bottom, so at the bottom. So I'm going to select that, delete that, save that, double check that, and it's gone. Yeah! Now we're going to change the links. Not the icons, but like when someone clicks on these icons, I want it to go to my stuff, not his. Thanks, Manuel, for the template website, but this is my website now. This is my website. So I'm just going to go to Twitter. I'm going to go to GitHub. I'm going to go to my profile. I'm going to go to my profile on Twitter. I'm going to copy my profile. I'm going to go to the sidebar. I'm going to scroll all the way up to the GitHub. And then inside the anchor tag, there's this thing called the href, and that's basically the link. So I'm going to delete that and paste in my link. And then I'm going to go back to Twitter, go to my profile. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go back and do the same thing for the Twitter, which is just next to the GitHub. Paste that in, save it, and if I go back to the website, boop, 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 go away. If I click on the GitHub now, it's going to open up a new window. Let me get rid of these. It's going to open up a new window to my GitHub. And if I click on the Twitter, it's going to open up a new link to my Twitter. Navigation at the bottom left, what we're going to do is we're going to find an icon that we want, and a lot of these free icon websites suck. Massive anus. But this one that I've found is actually really good. If you're an artist, you might want to have a link to your DeviantArt profile, and what you want to do is you want to go here, and you just want to type in the name of the company or the service that you use. Right, now it's finally loaded. DeviantArt, got a funny logo. Pick whatever one you want. I like going to the monocolor section, and then finding one that's just black and white, or just black, or just white. I like this first one, so I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hit edit vector here, and I'm going to reduce the size from 200 to 64. We're not going to download a copy of the SVG, we're just going to copy the SVG code. And what we're going to do is we're going to go here. I'm going to temporarily copy paste this back down here. And I'm going to take one of these, anchor tag sections, copy it, paste it, take the SVG that we just copied, cut it, take the SVG inside one of these anchor tags, paste it in, and then change all of the A tag information. So this is no longer LinkedIn, this is DeviantArt. I'm going to go to the ARIA label, which is basically an accessibility thing, so like a screen reader would read that out. And then we're going to change the link to the DeviantArt page. I don't have a DeviantArt account, as you can tell by the fact I don't know how to spell the fucking website. But we'll save it, and you'll see now on the cool little website that the logo's there. Hooray! But it's too big. But don't worry, what we can do is we can go back to the website and we can go look at the other SVGs. Now, do you see how the SVG for the Twitter logo has a width and height of 24 pixels, or just 24? If we go down to our DeviantArt logo, let me just format this. If we go down to ours, we'll see that our DeviantArt logo has a width and height of 64 pixels, which is no good. So I'm just going to go copy and paste the width and height from the other logo, paste it in, save, and it should all just work. Yay! So there you go. You can do that as many times as you want with whatever logos you want. I'd recommend SVGs because they're just easier to work with. The next part is we're going to change this contact button, because this contact button, when we click it, will open up an email software and allow us to send an email to Manuel. But I nearly threw up. We would want it to link to our funny email. So we're going to scroll up on the sidebar still, and we're going to find this thing here, underneath all of the other links, it's going to say contact. And it's going to say mail to contact Manuel. I'm just going to change it to my email. You change it to your email. Or just get rid of the button altogether if you don't have an email or if you don't want people emailing you. So we got that. And now it's going to send, if you look at the bottom left, you'll be able to see that it's going to send an email to me now. Let's keep going on the sidebar. Need to get rid of this man's face and put my beautiful head on it. So I'm going to go... I'm gonna go find a picture of me, and I'm gonna replace his face with mine. So we're gonna go to the public folder. Remember how I said all the images, and like assets and stuff for your website you can put in the public folder? I'm gonna put it in here now. So just go get an image, drag and drop it into the public folder. I'm just gonna pick this one. Take note of the name of the file because we're gonna be using that when we're linking it. If we scroll all the way up to the top of the sidebar, you'll see this image tag, and you'll see that the source is /profile.jpg. Now, whenever you want to access the public folder, it's just going to be / and then whatever the file name is, or if you've done what I told you to do and you organized all of your stuff into like folders, then you would do / name of the folder, name of the file, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to change this to .webp because my profile picture is just profile.webp. When you're linking stuff, you have to include the file ending as well. So now that I've done that and saved it, if I go back to the website, you should see my fat ugly face up here. Yeah, very good. Next, I think the sidebar is basically services. Since I don't have anything to sell, I'm just going to go to the sidebar on the services section and get rid of the service link, just like what we done with the store. And now the services section is gone. Sidebar done. Now really all we have to do is modify the footer, and when the website goes into mobile mode, Manuel's name shows up at the top. So we're gonna have to get rid of that. So we'll start with the footer. Source components footer, and I'm just gonna modify it to not link to his GitHub. So I'm gonna change this bit up here. I'm just gonna make it my name without a capital A, Ben Hamel, website template developed. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of the A tag, replace it with maybe a span. And span tags, you can't have hrefs on span tags because they're no longer linked, so you're going to have to get rid of that. And I'm just going to get rid of the target as well because you're not allowed that. I'm going to get rid of the font bold class so that it isn't showing up in bold. And I'm just going to say my cool website developed by, and then I'm going to keep this last anchor tag, jumbo1boost.github.io, and I'm just going to replace the text to say Ben Hammond. You could do whatever you want. So now it says Ben Hammond, my cool website developed by Ben Hammond, and then it links to the GitHub. Oh, it links to my old project that I done. Oh, I haven't seen this in years. God, this stinks. So we fixed the footer. Now we're going to fix it when it goes tiny micro machine mode on a mobile. We're going to change that so it says your name or whatever you want it to say. So it's going to be header. Yeah, source components header. And then it says it here, Manuel Esterno. I'm just going to make it say Ben Hammond. So now it says Ben Hammond. Very good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you how the blog section works. Because this is probably the most important part to understand. The blog posts are written and stored inside the source content folder, source content blog, and then you've got post1.markdown, post2.markdown, post3.markdown. So Markdown is basically a simplification / abstraction of HTML. So if we go to the website and go to the blog post, if you look on the right side, you'll see that these sections are P tags, H1 tags, image tags, and so on and so forth. Writing all of that would be a pain. So what Markdown does is it allows us, so I'm just going to go to post 1, it allows us to write easy to read and easy to type HTML code, but in a more readable form. So a hashtag heading, double hashtag funny heading, and then triple hashtag eggy. If we save that and go to the blog one, you'll see the heading, funny heading, eggy. And if we inspect it, one hashtag means H1, two hashtags means H2, and three hashtags means H3. Now, if you want more information on how Markdown works, I would recommend looking up Markdown syntax and reading up on it, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Now, the way the HTML gets formatted on this template website, it uses a thing called Tailwind typography. Tailwind is a style library that allows you to write kind of shorthand CSS styles, but they have an extra module which is Tailwind typography, and that is a extremely good typographic thing. Basically, I wouldn't change any of the styling when it comes to like the blog, because the typography that Tailwind creates is like so good and easy to read and up to spec. Like, you know, there's like, you know, no more than 70 characters per line and stuff like that. It just makes it really nice to read. So that's how the Markdown works. You're going to be writing blog posts using Markdown. At the top of the Markdown, in between these little triple dashes, there's some weird stuff, and you'll see that doesn't actually show up on the content of the page. What this actually is the metadata for the Markdown, just some metadata. Now, the metadata can be whatever you want it to be. It can be anything in the world. But the person who created this blog post decided that there would be 4 pieces of metadata. And they are the title, description, pub date, and hero image. Now, the title, self-explanatory. Pub date is the date, and then the image is this image here. And if you look, title is demo post, pub date is September 10th, and then description, that gets used on the preview cards here. So if I go and change the metadata, so if I change the description to big fart, and then change the post to my Sunday dinner, it changes the content of these preview cards, and if you click on this, it changes here. So that's how the blog posts work. Now, the way that the blog posts are shown, you'll see it's in the blog page section, is they are shown via date, the metadata date. So it will show it from most recent to oldest. And if I go here and just copy paste this post 127 times, and then go back here and refresh the page, you'll see that they're all shown like this. And once it reaches, I think, 10 posts, it'll actually paginate for you. So there you go. Very cool. So there's 2 more things that I'm going to explain to you, and then after that, you've basically got a massive brain, and then you can go ahead and edit this website and start posting content to it. So on the home page, there's this project section. As I said previously, the project section, it isn't automatically generated from the metadata from the blog posts. So what that means is if I go to the index page, you'll see there's these horizontal card components, and inside them there is parameters or properties, properties, I don't know, that you can modify. So here's the workflow. You would create a blog post about the project, and then you would come to the home page or the projects page, and you would create a card yourself. You would just do like me cool project, and then you would add a little, preview image, and then you would link to the post itself. Now, the way that you link to the post itself is you just do /blog/ and then the name of the post, which is in my case it's post 1, because the way that the blog post pages are generated is it uses the name of the markdown file to generate the blog post page. So if I go to the index page, it should say me cool project, and if I click on it, it should go to blog post 1. So keep that in mind. The way that the links to your website are generated is through the names of these blog posts. So don't name them something ridiculous, name them something kind of relevant and readable. Anyway, so that's how the projects work. You make custom cards yourself. And you'll see that there's an extra little thing here that says badge. This is just like a little tag that you can put on the thing to like say new or like recent or whatever. Mine says fart. Last but not least, oh my god, I've been recording for an hour. I wonder how long this video is. Hopefully I cut it down. You've been listening to me for maybe an hour. You must be desperate. Right. Last but not least, the CV section. Pretty self-explanatory. You just go in here and replace all of this guy's wonderful words with your own. So have fun with that. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to change the theme of this website. So this website uses Tailwind CSS and a thing called Daisy UI. And if you go to Daisy UI, you'll see it's a Tailwind CSS component library. And it has all of these cute little components, like just kind of like pre-made components that you can use on your website. But we don't care about that. We care about the themes. So we go to the theme section. So it's just daisyui.com/doc/themes. These are all the themes that come pre-built with Daisy UI. Now, if you remember when I was talking about the template website at the beginning, I said that there's a bunch of pre-built in themes. These are the themes. So you can come here, kind of get like a sense of how the website's going to look. And then basically all you want to do is you want to take the name of the theme. So like fantasy, I'm just going to do Dracula so you can see I'm going to do luxury. The name of the theme, luxury. You go back to your project, go to source, layouts, base layout.astro, and then on line 13 in this HTML tag, you'll see a data theme. Type in the name of the theme that you want to use. So I want to use luxury. If I go back to my website, you'll see that it's all changed now to use that theme. So all of these icons down here seem to have changed color to relate to the theme, but mine's is still black. The way that you would fix that, take all of your custom SVGs and then add a tag to them that says style equals fill : current color.